Hey everyone, welcome back to Inspired Elevations with Candice G. And today's episode is all about purpose. How do we find our purpose? What's your purpose? What's my purpose? Let's get into it. Let's find out. All right, let's go. All right. Again, welcome to my channel, Inspired Elevations, with yours truly, Candice G. And today we're talking about purpose. Purpose. That is the $1,000,000 question that many people have. What is my purpose? How do I find it? Like, what? I don't understand the formula behind it. As you guys know, as a spiritual counselor, I help people to identify what their purpose is, right? So 90% of my clients that come to me, that's one of their questions off rip. Like, so who am I? What's my purpose? I'm going to give you guys the same answers that I give them. Like it's simple, but it can be complicated. And I'll explain that in 1 second. I'll explain it now. What's simple about, I'm just going to get to it. How do you find your purpose? You identify your purpose by taking what you love, your natural gifts and talents, your passion in life, whatever that may be, your natural talent that you came here with, and you add your life experiences. Okay, so you take passion with life experiences, they make a little baby, and it's called purpose. And that's just how it is. That's how it goes. I actually spoke about this in my video. I'll leave the video in my link to Getting to Know Me video. Make sure you watch that video because it tells more about my purpose, everything I've been through, what led me to this point and everything like that to be here to talk to you guys today. So make sure you click on that link on that video to, check that out. But what makes it complicated is when people don't know what their passions are, when people don't have never really had a chance to really explore or enjoy their natural gifts and talents. I see this a lot in people who just may have had a harder life, who may have followed a path not for themselves but for other people. I see this a lot in people who are overachievers. Like they're trying to do certain things in life to pay the bills, to make money, highest level of education, which nothing wrong with that, but have kind of denied themselves of being able to just kind of enjoy the simple things and exploring their natural gifts and talents. So that's why I said it can be very easy if you're tuned into yourself and know who you are versus if you don't. If you don't know who you are and you've lived a life almost avoiding your natural gifts and talents, then you're not going to understand what your purpose is. And it's likely you're in a position where you're just working. I don't know. I get it. I understand. Some people have to work. They feel like they have to work to survive and that's it. But they neglect the things they enjoy and love in life, which is your passions, which is very, very important. So the way you identify what your purpose is by, number one, the easy answer is you already know who you are. You know what you love. You know what your natural gifts are. And you utilize your gifts. What have you been through the most? Have you been through a lot of issues when it comes down to relationships? Have you been through a lot of issues when it comes down to your finances? Have you been through a lot of issues when it comes down to traumatic, whatever in your past? Have you been through problems with your I know some people who utilize their health issues and their passions, and they've combined it together to create a purpose, meaning that they're inspired to help other people who may have an issue, the same issues that they have or similar issues that they have. And that's how they help people. Also know a person where when they were younger, they were homeless. They were homeless on the street, and they remembered how traumatic that was for them. They love helping people. Their passion is in teaching and helping people. So what they've done is they've created a nonprofit business to help homeless people get off the street, especially homeless youth. And that's what they do specifically. They're actually in their purpose. So that's what I mean by that. You take what you've been through the most, and you add in what it is that you love, what you love to do naturally, and that's how you find your purpose. I'm going to repeat it one more time. How do you find your purpose? You find your purpose by taking what you love, utilizing everything that you would do every single day if you could. If you can make a living off of it, which that'd be ideal. And you take your life experiences. You take your life experiences. What have you been through the most? What have you been through the most in life? What is the common denominator? Because again, we're all born with these tools. And you add those two together and create a purpose baby. You create a purpose baby. And that's how it is. It's very, again, it could be, it's simple, but it can also be complicated. And of course, we get why. Now, just a side note to this, we all have gifts. Okay, we all have gifts. Sometimes I hear people say, I don't really have any real gifts or talents. Yes, you do. The issue is that you've just never utilized them. You've never tapped into them. But we all have gifts. We were all born here with some sort of gift and talent. And this comes with the territory of life, you know. So don't ever think that you're not talented or you don't have a gift, because you do. You're just not tapped into it. And that's when you can contact me. Or, you know, or go within yourself and figure out, like, what is it that you love? Like, what is it that you can do every single day and you just enjoy and you love it? I think it's a beautiful thing when I see people create a life, like a purpose or a lifestyle utilizing their gifts and talents. When I see the famous artists and singers and dancers and chefs and the teachers, like, that's beautiful. All of that, usually they're taking, that's their passion. That is their passion. You can tell when someone is passionate about what they do and when someone's just working. There's a major difference between working and actually experiencing or creating a life using your natural talents and gifts. Me personally, and again, if you watch the video that I have in the description box where I'm kind of talking about myself, me personally, I love teaching. I love teaching. I love inspiring people. I love helping people. I love healing people. I love that. That is my passion. It's my passion. Luckily, I've been able to turn it into a career, which is it's not really working for me. Like, this right here is what I get paid for. And I do it for free every day. Like, every day I'm talking, I'm speaking, and I love it. I don't even realize it's not work for me. It's just something I enjoy doing. But it's even better when you can use your passions, utilize your passions, and create something beautiful, even a living based off of, you know, creating a purpose through it. That's amazing. That's amazing. So that is basically what purpose is, creating your purpose. How do you find your purpose? That's how it goes. So just a quick side note, you know, you don't have to know everything right this minute. You don't have to. I think sometimes people are like, well, if I don't know right now, what's wrong with me? No, you don't have to know everything this minute. You just have to set the intention. But everything that I've identified with my life, it all started with just setting one intention. This is what I want to identify. I want to know all the seen and unseen. I want to know all the known and unknown. I want to be at my highest and greatest good in this lifetime. And things have just been happening to open myself up to be able to have like a sense of realization and understanding of who I am. And it was a lot of trial and error. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of trial and error and kind of going through different phases to get to the point that I am now. But at the same time, no, it's all worth it because I have the ideal job. To me, this is an ideal job, just to be able to help people travel and get paid for it. Again, I would do this for free. Whatever you would do for free, that's how you identify your purpose because you love it anyway. All right. So that's the topic. Now, the next question that I'm going to answer is what typically holds you back from your purpose? The number one answer to this is fear. Fear to me is the devil. It really is. Fear to me is the devil. Fear does everything the red man in the Bible does. I mean, lies, kills, destroys, holds you back, retards you, keeps you broke, makes you crazy. Fear is the devil to me, but fear is what holds most people back from going into their purpose. A lot of people are afraid of, number one, I'll give you the top 3 reasons. Number 1, what are people going to think? Number 2, am I going to be able to survive off of this? I don't know if I can take this step because I don't know if it's going to make me the money. I need to make sure I survive. So you have a fear of money, which that goes back into make sure you also watch my other video about change your mind, change your life, where I'm speaking about fear and restrictions and how it works subconsciously. So make sure you watch that video too. I'll leave that link, or that video in the link too as well. But that's a really powerful, deep video. And it talks about all of that. Fear will create a sense of restriction, will almost create anxiety, because the mind is very, 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 and it's all in the head. The mind can be very, 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 very strong. You can create things just from your mind if you focus on it long enough. So we have fear of, it could be something that's to do with finances. Like you might be, maybe your passion is in baking or cooking, but you have a regular 9-to-5 job in a customer service center, and you're like, well, this is paying the bills. I don't have time to utilize my passion, because, I mean, what if it doesn't work? How am I going to live? I don't know if that's going to be enough to make, I don't know if I can make money off of that. I don't know. So these thoughts will create a sense of boundaries, or like a sense of restriction in your life. It'll create restrictions in your life where you'll never try it, because those fears will become stronger than your faith. And last but not least, the reason why people don't follow through, or what holds you back from going into your purpose, is yourself. There's always an excuse. There's always procrastination. I'll do it later. Oh, I'm gonna wait until I turn this age. Oh, I'm gonna wait until the kids are grown out the house. It's this always, like, we can always find excuses to why we can't do something. But what's God is finding that one solution, that one question, that one inspiration that takes you from 0 to 100, because it happens just like that. Especially here in Atlanta. Honestly, this is like a magical town when it comes down to entrepreneurship. People come out here with just the idea and ambition to become millionaires. There's all kinds of businesses, every business you could think of. There's candle making businesses, there's cupcake businesses, there's shoe businesses, there's every single business you can think of. There's a business out here for that, and they are doing well. They're doing well. There's a lot of successful people that just had an idea and had faith and followed through with what they enjoy doing, their passion. Utilizing their passions as well as their skills, gifts, talents, and experiences, and literally, have created something amazing that is thriving, that is growing, that is beautiful. So procrastination, fear, and fear what other people think. I have a client where she's actually a spiritualist. She's a very spiritual person. She's really attracted to metaphysics, but her family's very religious. And she's like, well, I can't do this. I'm afraid, because what are they going to think? They already, they're not going to, it's almost a fear of, and this is a grown woman, she's grown, and a fear of, I can't do this because if I do this, people are going to think I'm weird. People are going to be afraid of me. People are going to think there's something wrong with me if I follow my dreams, if I follow my ambitions. And that is so sad. That's so sad, because what this results to is you living a regular, basic life. You live in a life to survive. And again, I talk about this in the Change Your Mind, Change Your Life. But you live in a basic life to survive. Sorry, I got stuck for a moment because I was thinking about something. I was thinking about two things at one time. Are you living your life to live? Like I say, live your best life. Like live your best life. I know for me, everything, and make sure you tune in. I'm going to be going more into, next week, I'll be posting a video that speaks solely about my story, how I got from A to Z, how fast I got here. And when I tell you, baby, it was off of pure faith. I'm going to tell you a little bit right now. I moved to Atlanta, Georgia with no job, no plan, as a single mom. Had no idea what I was going to do, but Spirit led me here. And when I tell you, my life, from the moment I set foot on the ground here, my life has just been going up the escalator. I have not gone backwards. I have not stood still. I have not been stagnant in any type of way in my life. Every single year I advance, my life becomes easier, a whole lot better. And I become a whole lot more abundant every single year since I've been here. But I came out here and everybody thought it was crazy. People kept telling me, like, that's crazy. Why would you do that? That doesn't make sense. I don't know. I couldn't really explain it. It was a feeling that I had within myself. It was a feeling I had within myself to follow this inner voice that led me to a place that took me on a totally different level that I never would have reached this level where I was. I'm always thankful for that. So I tell my story all the time, but I will tell you, next week I will be posting a video about my story specifically. It's not going to be, hopefully my story inspires others. So the whole episode is going to be all about my story. So, and usually my story does inspire a lot of people. So you make sure you stay tuned to that too as well. That'll be posting next week. So that's what help you, those are the top 3 things that hold people back. What can help you move forward? Again, talking about faith. Faith. I'm not saying that you have to, I always say just have balance. If you're not going to utilize your natural gifts and talents, at least do it on the side. Meaning if you want to work a regular job, fine. If you want to work, fine, because work is work. Work is work. Work is when you are trying to, first thing you do when you get up in the morning, you're like, dang, what can I do to get out of work? First thing you're trying to find excuses why you don't want to go. Like, work is work. That's always going to be work. But working within your purpose, within your natural gifts and talents, that's not going to ever be work. It's enjoyable. Hell, like I said, what I'm doing right here, I get paid for this. And I get paid pretty well. So, it's one of those things where it's like, I love it. I love it. It's not work. But you have to have faith. So let's just say that you do want to keep your job. You have way too many responsibilities and you're like, well, right now I don't want to, I can't just quit my job. And if your passion is in dancing and just dance for a living, however, whether, no judgment. I'm not saying, if you can go, well, that's another topic, but whatever type of dance it is, like, let's just say that that's your thought. That's very valid. That's a very valid thought. What you do is you have faith. You start somewhere. My mother will always tell me the only way to eat an elephant is by taking one bite at a time. That's what my mom used to always say to me. And it's true. That means you can conquer anything and everything. You can conquer anything and everything. You just take the one step, the first step, and then the next step. And then the next step, and the next step. So let's just say that dancing is your passion. And let's just say that you went through a lot of poverty as a youth and growing up. Maybe something that you may love to do is maybe to start a nonprofit for underprivileged, kids. Maybe a dance program or something to help people to tap into their creative abilities. That's a beautiful purpose. Do you have to do it full time right now? No. But if you do that, that will balance out your life where it will still feel like you have a fulfilling life. And that's what it's all about, is having a fulfilling life. Purpose is all about having a life of fulfillment. I promise you. And if you can have a life of fulfillment, you are living. You are winning. Because it's like your daily life is beautiful to you. And that's all that matters, is how do you feel about your life for you? When I tell you guys, I mean this from the bottom of my heart, and whether you believe it or not, all the things you do or don't do for other people, they don't care. They do not care. People do not care. People have their own problems and their own issues and everything like that. People do not care about the things that you're doing or not doing. They don't care. They don't. Too many people waste too many minutes and hours and days trying to impress people that don't even really care, and you just have to, it's like once you kind of adopt that mindset, like, they don't care. That's their life. This is my life. All that matters is, how do I feel at the end of the day with me? How do I feel at the end of the day with me? That's what matters. That's what matters. The way you feel determines the life that you live. When you feel good, baby, let me tell you, everything else around you feels good too. You start to gravitate good things. You start gravitating that. My life literally, again, as soon as I landed here in Georgia, went a million miles an hour towards success. I've been an entrepreneur now for almost 10 years. It's been my only job. Haven't had any part-time jobs, haven't had to, never have gone without. I've always just expanded, but I have faith. I had a desire. I knew I wanted to help people. I knew I wanted to make money helping people. I have faith and a desire, and I utilized my natural gifts and talents, as well as using my path and my tools, the things I've been through, the situations I've been through, to create my business, my baby, my purpose. And I'm here. And that's just how it goes, you guys. So one thing you have to do is take action. Take an action towards your purpose. You can't just, we all know people, maybe it's even you. You just talk about it, dream about it. You may write it down, talk about it some more, write about it, dream about it, pray about it, try to manifest it, but you do nothing about it. As I stated in my first video, Change Your Mind, Change Your Life. Again, I highly recommend, I know I keep saying this, but I'm seriously, I highly recommend that you watch this video. Change Your Mind, Change Your Life, because it goes in deep as to why people are so limited. But as I stated, you have to be willing to do some things that may not make sense. Okay? That's where it starts. It goes back to faith, but doing some things that don't make sense and being okay with that. You got this. You got it. Take action. Meaning you pray for it and you go for it. One bite at a time. One bite at a time. That's all that's required. One bite at a time. You complete one task, you go to the next one. And again, I'm going to talk to you guys about that in my story, in my experience, so you can understand what that means. Okay? Very, very, very important. One more last thing before we end this. I just want to talk to you guys about perseverance, how important that is. So, you know how many situations end because a person's like, well, I'm not seeing results fast enough. It's not happening for me fast enough. Why is it not working? And it's like, it's been one day. And they're already ready to give up. You can't give up once you get started. And that happens all the time where it's like a person will start something and they won't finish it because they're not seeing the results as quickly as they want to. Look at it like this. It's like if you have 100 pounds to lose. If you go to the gym for one day, I'm pretty sure you're not going to lose that 100 pounds just in that one day. You will have to continue to work at it. You have to change some things around. You have to take action. You have to actually make the changes that are necessary and take action towards your goal. It starts with a plan. It starts with the manifestation. It starts with an idea, but it also too takes action, requires action, and requires consistency, perseverance. You'll get it. I guarantee you this, if you're working within your purpose, you are going to have a great outcome. You're going to have a great outcome. The things that keep failing in your life is probably because you're not in your purpose. But when you work within your purpose, the universe is like, woohoo! The universe is cheering, your ancestors, God, whoever you resonate. Everybody's having like, oh my God, yes, whatever. And you are fully supported when you work towards your purpose. You are fully supported, 100% supported. If you work towards your purpose, have faith, remove and let go of the fear, push it all behind, and be consistent. Be consistent. Sometimes you will be tested. It's just a test. Faith is everything. You will have the most amazing and beautiful life, and you deserve it. All right, so you guys take care. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to this channel if you want to see more videos. I will be posting every Wednesday and every Friday brand new episodes, and so I'm looking forward to you guys growing with me. And until next time, you guys be blessed, be safe, and much love. Bye.